Okay, we're going up into the attic here. These are what's known as instructions. Okay. And the instructions say that these holes right here, they should have been filled with nails, with fasteners. Those holes were specifically there for a reason. And the instructions say that when you install the ladder, it should be secured in such a fashion. Okay, now around the ladder scuttle hole, this should have been built up so that attic insulation does not fall into the living space to save the, it's a requirement. They say that we need those things. Okay, we got loose fill fiberglass, about 10 inches. Okay, we got a lot of bracing over here, a lot of additional bracing. That's good things. Okay, we want that. We're grateful for it. This insulation could have been installed a little more level though. And we have continuous soffit vents around supplying air into the attic space. And what we're not noticing here, what we don't seem to have, is we do not have baffles. Soffit baffles are not present for the soffit vents. They help encourage the air to circulate up through the attic space, and instead of dragging the minerals from the dust through the insulation. We're supposed to have those. Okay, air conditioning duct, it's not supposed to sag more than 1/4 inch on its installations. We've got some inconsistent temperature readings downstairs. Also, speaking of temperature readings downstairs, some of the thermal imaging showed that the insulation is lacking, most notably over on the northwest side of the house and a little bit in this southwest bedroom. Okay, so we're coming on up. The roof decking is radiant barrier. Okay, over here it's not. Okay, here's the original of the house. Looks like we had a fire up here one time. It looks like a flue, probably an old furnace or something. Something was going on. They saved the roof decking on this one spot. It looks pretty pathetic actually. Plywood decking is delaminating, but most of the roof decking, you'll notice, is radiant barrier. Okay, OSB, which is a good thing, and we want that. Hey, look at this. We got a split rafter right out of the gate, coming right on in. Undersized purlins, that's pretty standard for part of the course for this type of architecture, but they are undersized purlins, and we do have a split rafter as you come up the ladder, right there on the left side. Okay, crawl in here a little bit. Depth markers, we're supposed to have depth markers so that we see the insulation depth. Okay, depth markers are not present here. More radiant. Okay, so that's what we've got. Coming on up here, I was up here earlier, so I had to do a little bit of reading. This is your fresh air induction fan. And I'm supposing, based on the conversation I had with my client earlier, this must have been what the builder was talking about. But you have a fresh air induction fan, and you're supposed to. I left this cover off so that I could get in and take a picture of the data plate, but the gas is coming in nice and fine. We have a sediment trap, so that looks fine. Safety pan, that's good. Now the primary drain line, vent pipe looks good. Care and use manual is present. Primary evaporator drain line, it's insulated as it should be. However, it has a shallow trap, and some manufacturers, most manufacturers, prefer a deep trap. So I'm not aware of one that does prefer a shallow trap. They sell them. They sell them for sure. Okay, we're up here. That's some of the old roof. This electric junction box. This box should have been capped off. Over here, this is the air supply side of the indoor air handler. Okay, air supply side of the indoor air handler. And I've got infrared imaging of this, but it's leaking air right there. You can see down in there. Okay. Now on the water heater, this is a tankless water heater. I've got a care and use manual. Right there is the condensate drain line, and it's capped off. And it's not supposed to, if you read the instructions, it's not supposed to, because it's high efficiency. And so the condensate, and this is a 2-layer pipe. And so when the condensate works its way down here, it's not supposed to go down into the water heater area. So there should have been a condensate tube going to the exterior. And that tube should have had a filter on it. Now we're still looking at this. We got a safety pan. They weren't required, but it's a good thing to have. I mean, you do have it. So those, you know, take your pluses where you can find them. We've got some PEX water supply line here, so there's probably PEX in other parts of the house. I'll get a better idea when I get into the crawl space. Say we can go over here. Let's go down a little bit. Let's just take a look under here. See, this is the, see that little red label right there? When that red label's there, that tells you that they did not remove that fitting to adjust the orifice to meet the specific standards of the gas pressure. Wasn't measured and it wasn't finally adjusted. This installation is incomplete. They never adjusted the gas coming to the house, coming to the water heater. They just bolted it up and ran with it. So we need better consideration for the acidic condensation that's created from the high efficiency unit, and the gas needs to be adjusted on this unit. Earlier outside, it'll be later in the report, the temperature pressure relief valve and the drain line terminate too high from the ground on the north side of the house. Again, we have some more sagging duct. We got more, all this framing looks pretty good here. So I'll keep looking, but so far we've got one split rafter, no depth markers, no soffit baffles. All right. This is the fireplace. Okay. That little hood around there tells us that there's a fire blocking plate underneath it, and that little hood, that bonnet, allows insulation to go up to it. So that's actually a good thing. That's a good installation there. What else? Collar beams, 3. Everything looks good except that one rafter. The purlins, of course, they were undersized originally. See, this is what a regular purlin is supposed to look like. And those are the exhaust vents that we saw earlier on the roof. Yeah, that'll be earlier in the report. So, that's it. I've done enough talking up here. It's hot in this attic, I'll tell you that. All right.